Yeah, I was just looking at the TDFA Insight study, right? We custody with TD Ameritrade, and 96 cents of every dollar of revenue was an assets under management, fee. And the average firm lists something, I probably misquote the report a little bit. The average firm says they do something like 15 different services for their clients, and only 2 or 3 of them are actually asset management services, which means 4 cents of every dollar of revenue is allocated to like the majority of the services they say they actually offer. And I chuckle a little bit about it, but it's crazy, right? It's, we tell our team and our clients that you measure what matters, which is stealing a little bit from the book Measure What Matters by John Doerr. You measure what matters, and then the business should be monetizing what it's measuring, right? So to your point earlier, if you get paid by assets under management, are you actually focusing on doing good, sound planning, right? Or bringing some level of expertise, or are you just trying to, fill the piggy bank up with assets?
So I'll this reminds me of a couple lines. Years ago, we did the reporting for Arthur Andersen. Now, some people might argue we single-handedly took Arthur Andersen down, but I think that's not true. But Arthur Andersen, when they did get into this business, my old company, we got connected with them and started doing it. And I won't say who said it because he ended up in our industry. But one of the guys said, look, let's just be honest with each other. Our job is do the absolute minimum amount of work that you have to do for the client so you can continue to get paid. But that is what most of the industry, I think, believes. And so another anecdote around that is my parents, because I kept them separate when I left Convergent, I couldn't take clients with me. And so they went to a broker at one of the major wirehouses, a #1 Barron's guy in his state.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, it ended badly. We ended up suing them.
Really?
They did a horrible job for the client.
Wow.
But what they said on their website, we do estate planning, we do financial planning, we do all that stuff. So when I finally looked at it, I'm like, you haven't done any of this stuff. All they cared about was the assets under management. And I think that's the epidemic in the industry is if you're getting paid on assets under management, you're going to do the minimum you need to keep clients happy. Like clients that have money at Goldman that I sit on top of, where when they know I'm involved, they bring out the planning guy who's really good. Yeah. But if I'm not, the planning guy never shows up.
Yeah.
So it gets back to what's the minimum you have to do in order to keep the client happy. And to take it even one step further, I'll tell clients when they come in, I give them kind of the anti-sale because I really believe this. I'm like, if they don't have a huge estate, so because in that case, we'll use tax enhanced indexing, but I'll use a Vanguard fund as an example. I say investing is just like going and joining 24-hour fitness. If you go to the gym, you're disciplined, you eat healthy, you keep a log, you're going to get 95% of the gain. You're going to do great and you can pay a lot less and do a great job. Some people decide that they want a trainer and they're willing to pay multiples of their monthly fee because they're not disciplined, or they want to try and get that last 5%, or they want a different experience. I'm a trainer. If you want to pay for a trainer, just know what you're buying, but you don't need me to succeed in the investing.